Before we officially begin, I'd like to ask each of our graduates to please step outside of your vehicle, and then we will begin. So each of the graduates, if you would, please step outside of your vehicle with your mask, of course. Oh, look at you. Hi, everybody. Thank you, graduates. Welcome to tonight's ceremony. You may re-enter your vehicle and we will begin. Good evening. I am so pleased to welcome you and your vehicles to the 136th annual Wellsville Central School graduation ceremony. We are so happy that we can all be together. Strange as this is, we're happy to be together to celebrate the class of 2020. We have an amazing community of parents, faculty, staff, and agencies who've pulled together to make tonight's event a proper tribute to our amazing and deserving seniors. We have 3 graduates who plan to enter the United States military. We would like to dedicate the playing of our national anthem to them in honor of their future service to our country. I would ask the following 3 seniors to step outside of their vehicle as we play the national anthem. Peyton Golish, United States Army National Guard. Wyatt Heyer, United States Army National Guard. And Parker Stuck, United States Army National Guard. Thank you and best of luck. Thank you and best of luck to those 3 students. I'd like to take a moment to introduce those individuals here up on stage. To my right, Mr. David Foster, the Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Al Mosier, the Board President of the Wellsville Central School Board of Education. To my left, Mr. Jason Mank, Assistant Principal. And to his left, Aaron Brubaker, also an assistant principal. Thank you. There's an incredible team responsible for making this ceremony possible. To the dedicated employees of the Wellsville Central School District, as well as our friends across the river at Immaculate Conception School, for all you've done to prepare our students for today. To the members of the graduating 2020, the graduation team, planning team, to help prepare tonight's venue and the program. All of the individuals you see around here providing the AV and sound systems and photography, thank you. A very special thank you to the Wellsville Town Board and the airport manager for partnering with us to secure this amazing facility and to make tonight happen. A huge thank you to our friends at Otis Eastern for the use of their mobile parade stage. For their assistance with parking, traffic, and public safety, a big Wellsville Lions thank you goes out to the Allegheny County Sheriff's Department, the Wellsville Police Department, the Wellsville Volunteer Fire Departments, and the Wellsville Ambulance Corps. Thank you. And finally, a thank you to the members of families of the graduates. The love and support and guidance you have provided your graduate has successfully led them to this milestone. Enjoy every moment of this graduation season. You have earned it. I would now like to bring Mr. Al Mosier, our school board president, to the podium to address the class of 2020.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. You know, I look out here today and I'm really amazed that everything that we've been through, that people can pull things off in Wellsville that are a little bit unique, and everybody's dedication to make sure that this happens. I want to thank Ms. O'Connell for her efforts. Without this, we wouldn't be able to, without her efforts, we wouldn't be able to do what we've done. So it's a pleasure to be here tonight, and I want to welcome all the family members, friends, administration, staff, and Board of Education members, and soon-to-be graduates of Wellsville High School. To the members of the class of 2020, I know the last thing you want to hear right now is stay home. That is not my message to you. My message is stay close to home. Not in person, but in every possible way, pursue every ambition. Pursue every goal, dream every dream, and embrace a new responsibility. Dreams are a great test because a dream is going to test your resolve, and you are going to know a dream from a pipe dream. You are going to know a dream from a casual brush, which something that you got excited about and then it evaporates. A real dream is something that not only changes on to you, but you will hang on to it. And it will power you through every obstacle that people in your environment will throw against you. Eli Manning, retired football quarterback, stated, "Challenge yourself. What is the barometer of success? Don't downgrade your dreams to fit today's halting reality. Don't let the new normal be an excuse for standing in place. It's up to you not to become the class that never was." We are separated in ways that we never experienced and facing a world that will never be the same. So I am not going to ask you to come together. I'm going to ask you to demand better together. I want to leave you with the greatest piece of knowledge I have gained so far, an idea we should all remind ourselves in times like this. It is not about you. It is going to be the happiest, in my opinion, when you try not to be selfless. I hope you are safe. I hope you're proud of your achievements. And I hope you're eager to get to the work so that decades from now, you can look back and look around and say, you left things a little bit better than you found them. Congratulations. Now the hard work begins. God bless you all.
Line adjustments are encouraged. Thank you, Mr. Foster, and thank you, Mr. Mosier. I would like to recognize the senior class student council officers for their leadership and planning. They were members of the COVID senior event planning team that started in March. We, the adults, referred to it as the dream team. It was such a pleasure working with you all this spring. It was very difficult work, and it wasn't always easy, but you represented your classmates with grace and did an outstanding job making what seemed impossible possible. Senior class advisors, Eric Aftak, Miranda Carmen. The students on this team, Sarah Carlton, Eric Morehouse, Sierra Drybelbis, Lorelei Crawford, Taylor Hurd, Kayla Day, Emma Kinnicutt, and Molly Cole. Thank you. The students at Wellsville Secondary School never cease to amaze me. The class of 2020 is no exception. Despite the devastation resulting from the pandemic and the school closure, our seniors made a collective decision, a choice, to rise to the occasion. They chose to engage with their teachers, completing their academic requirements in a format never before tested. They overcame the challenges it presented. They set a positive example for our underclassmen by choosing to be optimistic and productive. They chose a path of gratitude over selfishness. They chose to be brave as they faced their fears. They chose to be resilient despite their disappointment. In fact, they even chose to have a blast as they picked up their caps and gowns. They walked the red carpet with pride, sporting everything from prom dresses to cowboy hats. More importantly, the class and the members of the class of 2020 chose to make a commitment to each other, to make the remainder of their senior year memorable and fun, despite the chaos and disruption of this pandemic. To watch this unfold was extraordinary. I could not be more proud of how the class of 2020 navigated this year. Sorry. To the seniors, you'll be forever known as the COVID kids, the class of 2020. Continue to rise to every challenge that comes your way and use what you have learned about yourself from your high school days to bring positive change to the world. I wish you all the best as you move on to the next chapter in life. And now to the real important speakers. Would Mr. Eric Morehouse please come to the podium? Eric Morehouse will address the class of 2020. Eric serves as the senior class vice president.
Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, I please ask that you save your honks for the end.
Ms. O'Connell, get your act together.
When I was first tasked with presenting a speech at this graduation, I didn't know where to begin. And quite frankly, I still don't. Then it hit me. Let's start by talking about our senior trip, and how fun it was even for the people that didn't go. Oh wait, no one went. Next, I wanted to talk about our senior skip day. I mean, it was so well hidden that even we didn't know about it. Or our prom. It was fun, although it felt like no one was there. Oh, and before I forget, great job on the senior prank this year. Who knew how easy it would be to get school canceled for 3 months? In all seriousness, our senior year did not go as expected. On March 13th, we were informed that our senior trip was officially canceled. 2 days later, on March 15th, we were met with the grave news that school will be closing for 2 weeks. What a shame. 2 weeks off of school with little to no work. It was truly devastating. However, during those first few weeks, I don't think any of us truly grasped the reality of the situation that we were in. While we enjoyed the time off, we still wanted to experience the end of our senior year. As the end of the senior year is supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience, filled with trips and events geared towards us as a class. More importantly, it was supposed to be one where we get close to friends, we get close with your friends and fellow classmates and create a bond that will last a lifetime. Or so I've been told. On May 1st, school was officially done for the year. This is when many of us were forced to come to terms with reality. The reality being that our senior year was over. It almost didn't feel real to know that we'd already played our last game or attended a dance for the last time or even just walked down the halls or anything in or around the school for the last time. The worst part about it all is that we didn't get to see the people we've been around for many years of our lives. We got robbed of the opportunity to become close as classmates and as friends, and that hurts the most. Now I want to talk about perspective, and how oftentimes we become overwhelmed and become overcome by emotion, we lose sight of things, and we can't look from a different perspective. We get so caught up in the moment that it can be very hard to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. If someone were to ask you in the middle of this, when you just found out the remainder of your school year was just canceled, how big is the end of the senior year? How big is it that the end of your senior year is over? Most of us would probably say huge. But if we put into perspective, being able to finish our senior year in person was quite inconsequential to what was happening in the world around us. So, I encourage each and every one of you to take a step back and view the bigger picture with everything that you do in life. And in turn, you might have a better perspective on life. I'm also glad to live in such a wonderful town with a community that has made this pandemic a little easier to handle. While we may not have been able to get closer as a class, we have been able to get closer as a community. Wherever you go in life, I urge you to find people that will support you and surround yourselves with them, as it makes life a lot better. I want you to listen closely to the names that I'm about to list off, and then look at the past few months, and try to put into perspective the amount of work and the large community involvement it took to make our senior year the best it could possibly be. Now, on behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to say thank you to parents, staff, administration, and other members of the community that not only got us to where we are today, but saw we were hurting and did their very best to help with that. I would also like to thank Melissa Donovan for heading the widely successful Adopt a Wellsville 2020 Senior, and extend my sincerest gratitude to all of those who participated, as it helped to brighten our weeks. It was something that none of us expected, and we got way more stuff than we could ever imagine. I would also like to thank Kayla's parents, Beth and Greg Day, for organizing a parade, which was a blast for those who were able to attend. Thank you as well to those who worked tirelessly to print out posters, not only for us to keep, but to be proudly displayed on Main Street. Thank you as well to our class advisors, Erica Avtuck and Miranda Carmen. Even though everything didn't go according to plan with our senior year, both of you were extremely optimistic and continually found ways to help us capture what we still could of our senior year. Thank you as well to everyone else involved in making sure that we did not only have regularly scheduled events such as Scholarship Night, but that we were still able to have a graduation. It may not be the one we imagined many years ago, or even, quite frankly, a few months ago, but now I couldn't imagine it any other way. A big thank you to administration, Mr. Foster and the Board of Ed, for not only approving everything, but making sure that we were able to still have a graduation. And finally, thank you to everyone that has had an impact on a senior's life, as they appreciate it more than you can know. To my fellow classmates, I have known you all for quite some time, and it pains me that our time was cut short together. Nevertheless, we have always been a resilient group in the face of adversity. Remember that, and please don't stop fighting for what you believe in. I wish you all the best of luck in whatever lies ahead for each of you. I know that each and every one of you can do anything you set your mind to, as cliche as that sounds. And if you don't believe me, just look at it from a different perspective. Most of us are barely even 18 years old, and we've already survived through most of a major pandemic. I mean, what can be harder than that? Now, I know perception won't solve all of your problems, but it will make them easier to deal with. If you take nothing else away from the abrupt ending of our senior year, I hope that you realize, as cliche as it is, life is too short, so make the most of it. Oh, and before I forget, our senior year was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's not one that any of us expected, but it's one we'll never forget. Thank you. Many of you are wondering why I'm still standing here. Well, let me tell you. Due to circumstances, we are unable to continue with our typical rose ceremony where each senior takes a rose to their loved ones. We still want to keep this tradition alive, however, as it is a way to show your appreciation for loved ones and everything that they have done for you to help you get here today. So, when you receive your diploma, it'll be accompanied by a rose, so please, give it to a loved one to show them you cared. Thank you again for real this time, and I wish you all the best of luck in any future endeavors.
Wonderful job, Eric. The honor of Salutatorian has been earned by Mila Litzberg. Mila is the daughter of Michael and Ella Litzberg. Mila has earned the title of Salutatorian by accruing an average of 99.05%. Mila's list of accomplishment include the University of Rochester Kodak Young Leader Award, the New York State Regents Award for Academic Excellence, the President's Award for Educational Excellence, Rotary Student of the Month, and the American Legion Auxiliary Empire Girls State Delegate. Mila is a 2-year member of the Wellsville chapter of the National Honor Society. Mila has been active in Wellsville girls soccer, girls basketball, and track and field for 4 years. Mila has also been involved in International Club, SAD, Ski Club, and Student Council. Mila will be attending the University of Rochester, majoring in mathematics. Please welcome to the stage our salutatorian for the class of 2020, Mila Litzberg.
Hey. To begin, I would like to take the time to send out our greatest appreciation to all of the school board members, administration, teachers, staff, coaches from Wellsville Secondary and from Wellsville Elementary School and Immaculate Conception School for supporting every one of the students in the class of 2020 each step of the way. Our lives and our education wouldn't be close to the same if it weren't for you. I would also like to thank my parents, families, and friends for always being there to support me and my goals throughout my whole life. Every single one of you have helped me get to where I am today, and I thank you for that. The past 3 months are ones that we will never forget. We continue living through this great period of uncertainty, but this is also a moment in time that we will all remember forever, and we will be able to tell our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren about. This is one of the many memories that has shaped our lives for good or bad, and is one that we will always be associated with. Our lives are made up of dozens of positive and negative memories that contribute to who we are as people today. I remember in my last years at ICS, my good friend Katie Chinetti and I would walk to the A+ gas station almost every day after school to buy some snacks for the day and the next few, you know. And yes, you may be thinking about how everyone goes to the gas station, especially for the big gulp drinks. But to us, those times were filled with memories that we still look back on and laugh at today. Now, she and I are walking across the stage in this very memorable type of ceremony, along with our other good friends and our amazing class. This short backstory shows that our class has experienced a variety of transitions and making memories our whole lives. Graduating from ICS to coming over to the big school of WSS was another huge milestone in our lives. We had no clue with what was to come. The transition from such a small school to one that is about 3 times the size was rough but exciting at the same time. My 8th grade graduating class from ICS was about 11 students, while now there are about 95 of us here today. I never thought that I would become good friends with these new people that I met in my 4 years of high school, but I am so thankful that our class has grown into what it has become today. Our friendships grew stronger as we worked our way through high school, and we were prepared for an exceptional senior year. And usually, around this time, we would all be sitting in the high school gym, fanning ourselves with the graduation handouts because of how humid it would always get. Or, if we were lucky, this year we would be outside in the front lawn like many past classes have wanted, but their desires had been rained on, literally. But this year, our traditional transition of moving on to another huge step in life had vanished in a snap. The class of 2020 is a class with a vision, but we never saw COVID-19 coming. From gym class hero moments to trying to think of a senior prank that is now never going to happen, our class and our generation entirely has gone through possibly the most life-changing year. This pandemic has truly made an impact on the last and supposed to be best parts of our senior year, but with these missed out memories came more time to create new ones. I now always think to myself that with everything going on, I want to make the most of every moment in my life, because at any given point in time, it could be gone in a second, just like our prom, senior trip, or even the traditional graduation had been. These hardships that my class and every other class have gone through around the world just shows how strong-minded, ambitious, determined, and willing we are to keep on going with our lives. We took on the new challenges that this health crisis presented us, including the new safety precautions to keep everyone healthy and in good standing. Our generation is a special one that has sacrificed numerous high school memories and activities, and with the history that has been made this year, we are going to go forward stronger than ever, and I really believe that. We have learned and are continuing to learn so much about ourselves during this uncertain time, and this knowledge will forever connect us all. Our class has formed a bond with this school and community, and it will never be broken. David Burr Gerard, author of The Epiphany Machine, recently tweeted, "Historians of the future will be asked which quarter of 2020 they specialize in." This statement captures the whiplash we've been living through in this incredibly crazy year. The class of 2020 and the year itself is one that should be written into a book. It actually most likely will be in textbooks years from now that our kids will be learning about in school, and will come home asking those non-stop repeated questions that many kids have in their curious brains. The who's and the what's, and especially the guess what happened today at school. Those questions are what keep the world so interesting. We can never be too curious, and we should never stop asking those questions that ourselves did years ago. Our lasting memories and influential events that have occurred in our lives have shown our true colors and have helped us grow into the young adults that we are today. In high school, we grew farther apart and closer together, like waves of friendship. But in the end, I think that we all knew that we would always be there for one another. No matter the situation, like a track meet, basketball game, musical, or even a presentation that had to be given in class, we were all there to support each other, which I believed helped our state of mind, knowing that someone will always be there, and to know that you are not alone when it comes to nerves or anxiousness or tears in the third floor bathroom. All of us have been there, and these similarities and differences are what bring us so close together as a class. So, class of 2020, the next step in our lives is just around the corner, and the nervousness of going out into the world on our own for the first time is crazy to think about. But I know for a fact that our mindsets and goals are put into place and have a foundation from this school that greatly impacted our lives as a whole. Whether or not you are heading off to college, the military, or right into the workforce, we will continue to grow, we will stay strong, and most of all, we will stay true to ourselves and become the successful people that so many had doubted was capable of accomplishing our goals. Memories and impactful moments like this one are what contribute to the brightness of our futures. This is our time to shine, and no one can dim that light for us. Thank you.
I will have Mila stay just for one moment, if you would. I would like to thank Mila Litzford for all that she's accomplished and for being our salutatorian. Congratulations. Congratulations, Mila. The honor of Wellsville Secondary School valedictorian goes to Sarah Carlton, the daughter of Dina Hess and Dana Carlton. Sarah has earned this prestigious designation by accumulating a high school average of 99.53%. Sarah's academic record has kept her at the top of her class throughout her high school career and has opened many doors to academic opportunities. Some of her academic achievements include the New York State Regents Award for Academic Excellence, the President's Award for Educational Excellence, the Big 30 Academic Team Scholarship nomination, the University of Rochester Bausch and Lomb Award, Rotary Student of the Month, and the DAR Good Citizen winner. Sarah is a 2-year member of the Wellsville chapter of the National Honor Society, and in addition to her academic accomplishments, Sarah has been a vital member of the girls' soccer team for 4 years. She has also been involved in International Club, SAD, Ski Club, and Student Council. She plans to matriculate at the World of Life Bible Institute to pursue her career in psychology and counseling. Please welcome to the stage the Wellsville Secondary School valedictorian, Sarah Carlton.
Good evening, everyone. To begin, I'd like to say some very well-deserved thank yous. Firstly, to administration and the Board of Education. Thank you for inviting me to speak here today. Next, to everyone who made this right here and now possible, and to all the parents, teachers, friends, and family members who have gone out of their way these past few months to make our senior year special in spite of the unfortunate circumstances that everyone has been feeling the effects of. To some personal mentors for valuing my voice and for pouring into me at different points in my life, Mr. Hackford, Mrs. Aftuck, Miss Lester, Miss GT, Mrs. Farron, and Mr. Munson. A thank you and a speech doesn't begin to express my gratitude for everything you've done and continue to do for me. I'd like to thank my mom and dad, and to my brothers Matthew and Ryan, thank you for understanding me better than anyone and for being my best friends. I'd like to thank God for my life, for love that I don't deserve, and for giving my life meaning and purpose amidst every hardship I've faced. And finally, of course, thank you to all of you for being here to celebrate the class of 2020 tonight. Over the years, our class has joked about how we're the ones who miss out on everything, and candidly, not without reason. Throughout the years, we've missed out on a lot of things here and there, small, and this year quite a bit bigger. The 6th grade trip tradition managed to skip over our class, kind of like the lion, but we don't talk about that. And the 9th grade trip became a thing the year after us, naturally. Fast forward to this year, and it's almost like the universe wanted to make sure that it was making itself clear. I say that lightheartedly, but with acknowledgement of the things that have been taken away from us these past few months. I'm sad that we walked out of the building as students for the last time without knowing it all the way back in March, and that it was someone else who cleaned out our lockers instead of us. I'm sorry for every spring sport athlete who didn't get to have their final season, their senior night, or even walk off the field that last time. I'm disappointed we didn't know that our senior trip was going to end up being that trip to Allegheny State Park instead of to New York City, and that our friends who are foreign exchange students don't get to be here to graduate with us tonight. I'm sad about prom, our senior skip day, the spring musical, the senior prank, the yearbook signing, and the chance to properly say goodbye to all of our teachers. and all of the memories that we thought we were going to make that we'll never get back. All that being said, a few things stick out to me about the things that I just outlined. Firstly, they were things that you found relatable, I hope. For the most part, they're things that we all share, the parents in the audience included. I know that you wanted to watch us have all those last as much as we wanted them. Secondly, at the center of those experiences is disappointment, or even loss. Loss and disappointment are things that I believe we as humans all experience, but sometimes struggle to talk about. And when it comes down to it, everyone has lost something these past few months. Always, but especially right now, I think it's important to talk about it, and more specifically, to talk about the way that we respond when disappointment does come our way. I of course can't speak for everyone, but personally, I'm tempted to respond by writing things like this off as bad luck. Maybe our timing was just bad. After all, if we were born a year earlier, or probably even a year later, we would have avoided all this, right? Now that that's out there, I'd like to suggest a different explanation. Maybe we didn't avoid all of those things because we were meant to experience them. I know that that's a terrible cliche, one that I would fully support you making fun of me for putting in my grad speech after this is over, but I genuinely believe that everything happens for a reason. There's a quote that I'd like to share with you, a Bible verse. It's from the book of Esther. It's, "Perhaps you were made for such a time as this." The general context of that quote is that cliche I just said that you can make fun of me for, that everything happens for a reason, and that you existing in this exact, specific moment in history and time is intentional. Everything you've been through shaped you for this time and prepared you to do what you're meant to do now that you're here. That all might sound a bit dramatic or maybe even cheesy, but with everything going on in the world right now, I think it's an important truth to embrace. I don't think that the events of these past few months have been an exception. We're graduating right now because we were meant to graduate right now, into this mess, uncertainty, disappointment, and all. When we experience loss, I believe that it leaves empty spaces for us. Spaces that we feel, but I think sometimes fail to truly acknowledge the significance of. The thing about empty spaces in our lives is that they have to be filled with something. When we write off unfortunate circumstances as bad luck, we are inadvertently filling those empty spaces with resentment, and in my experience, foregoing the invaluable opportunity to grow that is presented as a result of our going through a difficult situation. The loss of the things that I talked about earlier, and all of the memories that we were supposed to share left spaces for me. I know it did for all of you as well. Right now, I am choosing to fill that space with gratitude. I am so grateful that we were able to hold this ceremony when for a good time there we weren't sure if we'd even be able to. I'm so glad that I can be here with you all in person today, and that I can look out and see you all as we prepare to graduate together. You're in your cars, which I never would have imagined before all of this, but even though it's not what I expected or what I hoped for, I can't deny that it's good. Maybe the lack or loss of something that you expected to have, or maybe even took for granted, increases the strength with which you feel the presence of what you do have. Last year, I remember feeling disappointed for the seniors because their prom ended up getting rained out, the bus came late for their senior trip, and at the last minute, their graduation was moved inside because of a scare with the weather. It's a pretty amusing memory now, looking back. Can I just say that if the general trend continues here, good luck, class of 2021. But all jokes aside, while a different perspective might not change reality itself, it can and will change the reality that you experience. So maybe this wasn't quite the graduation that we expected to have, or the magical final months of high school that we always imagined. But in light of everything, I hope that the goodness of the things you have has overwhelmed the regret over the loss of the things that you had hoped to have. I'm in no way trying to tell you that you aren't allowed to feel or mourn those losses. In fact, I encourage you to do so. What I am asking you to do is not stay there. This isn't the last time that you'll experience the loss of something you hoped for, but I hope that when you face it again, you'll recognize your ability to choose what goes in the empty spaces left by disappointments in your life. I hope that instead of dwelling on the what-ifs and wishing that things were different, you find yourself looking for the good that comes from facing adversity. After all, perhaps you were made for such a time as this. Congratulations, class of 2020, and good luck. Thank you.
Great job, Sarah. And thank you so much for all you've done for Wellsville. And congratulations on being the salutatorian for the class of 2020. Valedictorian, excuse me. Sarah Carlton, valedictorian. Congratulations. The moment is here. It is now time for diplomas. Mr. Foster? Would you please certify that the diplomas are intact?
Let's make it official. I hereby certify the students of the class of 2020 have completed the requirements for graduation as established by the New York State Board of Regents and the Wellsville Board of Education. Congratulations and my best to you all.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Matthew Warren, English teacher and student council advisor. He will be announcing our graduates and their plans. Graduates, brief reminder. This is a time to remember what group you are in. We will announce the groups. Refer to your packet if you're not sure. There are people around to be able to assist. Remember, when you exit the vehicle, you are allowed to bring a member of your family, and that member of the family will join you at the cone. And then when it's time for you to come on stage, your family member will come in front and be able to capture a photo that you'll be able to have this evening. Reminder that we do have Mr. Munson is here taking official photos, and those photos will be posted very shortly after the ceremony.
Thank you very much, Ms. O'Connell. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here on this unique and amazing night. I don't think we will ever forget this. What an honor it is for me again to be here and announce all of these graduates' names. I think it's my third year doing this now. It's one of the highlights of my year here at Wellsville, and I hope it will be for you as well. So Group 1, I hope you're making your way over to the side of the stage here. Again, I'll announce in between each group the next group number to come up. Get prepared and get ready, and we'll try and make this as smooth as we possibly can. Let's do it. Dale Adam Abeldinger, employment. Kellick Edwin Bailey, Northern Michigan University. Right on the X, Kellick. Julie Marie Baker, employment. Julie, right on the X. I'm going to have you take a picture. You're good. Brandon L. Bestein, employment. Seth T. Bowen, University of Northwestern Ohio. At this time, students in Group 2, if you are in Group 2, please make your way to the right side of the stage. Students in Group 2. Alexander Lee Brandis, employment. Hunter Michael Brandis, Purdue Polytechnic Institute.
Nice shot, buddy.
Tegan Nathan Brandis, Alfred State College. Colton Justin Buck, employment. Garrett L. Button, employment. Michaela Marie Cabeza, Mohawk Valley Community College.
And then you can stop for a photo. Mr. Munson, right after. Just pull it down. Is that okay?
Yep, yep. Ready?
Thank you.
Sarah Kathleen Carlton, Word of Life Bible Institute. Scott Allen Carpenter, employment.
We can take it right there if you want. Okay, great job.
Noah M. Chafee, SUNY Cortland. Students in Group 3 students, you may begin making your way to the right side of the stage. Students in Group 3. Preston Evan Chapman, Employment. Tanaya O.S. Clark, Employment.
Hey, pretty. You look so pretty. Do this. No, did you get it? Yeah, I just guessed that.
Emily Jade Klein, C.A. Bosse's Dental Program. Molly Elizabeth Cole, SUNY Geneseo. Sue-Ann Renee Cole, Employment. Jaylyn Rochelle Cohen, Employment.
Right on the edge. You're good. Ready? I'll wait. Okay.
Skylin Marie Coy, SUNY Brockport. Lorelei Michelle Crawford, University of Rochester.
All right, looks like it's staying around.
Ready?
Kayla Louise Day, University of Pittsburgh at Radford. Students in group 4, if you are in group 4, please make your way to the right-hand side of the stage. All students in group 4, please make your way to the right-hand side of the stage. Sierra Crystalline Drybelvis, undecided. Tyler Morgan Drybelvis, employment. Michaela Jean Edwards, Monroe Community College. Egan Lewis Enke, Alfred State College. Deanne Louise Evans, Genesee Community College. Brianna T. Fanton, Alfred State College. Tyrone W. Fields Johnson, undecided. Tyler H. Fuco, University of Hawaii at Manoa. Colin James Geffers, employment. Students in group 5, if you are in group 5, students, please make your way to the right side of the stage. Group 5 students, right-hand side of the stage. Peyton Lynn Golish, United States Army National Guard. Alexander James Good, Nazareth College.
Smile, Al. Not even today, huh? Good.
Ryan Kevin Madison Hall, employment.
Right here. Now there.
Holden Cole Hoffman, University of Pittsburgh at Bradford. Taylor May Hurd, Roberts Wesleyan College. Wyatt David Heyer, United States Army National Guard. Brenna Mackenzie Irish, employment. Aaliyah Renee Jackson, employment.
Look here.
Katrina Lynn Marie Jordan, Jamestown Community College. Cora Lynn Morgan Jordan, Jamestown Community College.
Your sister has a second, then we'll go. She's got her nose out for a minute. Leave it at the door to have her nose hanging out.
Maxwell Joseph Jusianic, Cheshire Academy. Students in Group 6, if you are in Group 6, students, please make your way to the right-hand side of the stage. All students in Group 6. Daniel M. Kane, employment. Absolutely. Hunter Daniel Keir, Finger Lakes Community College.
Hey, look here.
Austin Alexander Kaib, SUNY Geneseo. Emma Louise Kinnicott, SUNY Brockport. Malcolm Scott Lanphier, SUNY Delhi. Foster Jordan Latner, Mohawk Valley Community College. Mila A. Litzberg, University of Rochester. Kira Aileen Ludu, Dewville College. Adam Thomas McLeod, Employment. Connor M. Majeski, University of Rochester. Students in Group 7, if you are in Group 7 students, please make your way to the right-hand side of the stage. All students in Group 7 to the right-hand side of the stage. Griffin T. Majeski, Gannon University. Sophie Andrea Majeski, University of Scranton. Did you get her? Reagan Jade Marsh, Monroe Community College. Ryan Daniel Martell, Employment.
Shittles. Shittles. Oh, Snoopy go. Squirrel. This way. You gotta keep going this way. Good go. Good booty. Good booty. Go.
Delaney Lynn Madison, University of Pittsburgh at Bradford. Molly Grace McKee, Alfred University. Eric David Morehouse, Alfred State College. Ashley Marie Ordway, Employment. Ettore Orioli returns to Italy. Taylor Nicole Payne, University of Pittsburgh at Bradford. Rhiannon Scarlett Peck, Jamestown Community College. Students in Group 8, if you are in Group 8 students, please make your way to the right-hand side of the stage. Students in Group 8. James Daniel Piscatelli, Employment. Sonia Ann Plank, Employment. Rihanna Gunn Plyler, Jamestown Community College. Eden L. Rao, University at Buffalo. Logan A. Richards, Employment.
here, Logan. Look here.
Stephanie Michelle Rouse, employment. Henrik Robin Schmacher, returned to Germany. Isaiah Douglas Scott, Shenandoah Conservatory. Ashley Lynn Sexton, undecided. Jarek Donovan Shea, University at Buffalo. Students in Group 9, our ninth and final group. If you are in Group 9, please make your way to the right-hand side of the stage. Students in Group 9.
Congratulations.
Robert Joseph Shuren, Onondaga Community College. Brianna S. Slater, employment. Jessie Faith Slocum, University of Arizona. Erin Teresa Spicer, Villa Maria College. Ethan Christopher Stoll, employment. Stuck, United States Army National Guard. Tyler Daniel Thompson, Employment. Catherine Dwyer Trinetti, St. John Fisher College. Marie Celeste Vanswevelt returns to Belgium. Micah Raymond Whitehouse, Niagara Community College. Ethan Noel Wonderling, Alfred State College.
That concludes the diploma portion of our ceremony. We would like to take a moment to honor the tradition of the playing of our alma mater, and this is performed by 3 of our seniors. The words are on the back of the program if you happen to bring those along. Thank you. And at this time, I will invite Senior Class President Sarah Carlton and Vice President Eric Morehouse to the stage. And as I do that, I'm going to ask our graduates to please once again step outside of your vehicles with your tassels prepared.
Nice to see everyone. Seniors, at this time, please move your tassel.
It is now time to honk those horns and launch those caps. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you, and a sincere congratulations to all of you out there. This concludes tonight's celebration. We ask that you remain in your parking spot until you're directed to do so by our awesome traffic team. And again, I can't thank you enough for all of your cooperation and your support throughout this. Enjoy summer and please stay safe.